the figure shows tab A and B, a rectangular tank X, and cubical tank Y. Very important hint, both tanks were empty. At 8:20, tab A was turned on. Water flowed into the tank from tab A at a rate of 4.8 liters per minute. After 5 minutes, tab B was turned on. At 08:35, both taps were turned off. Tank X was filled with water and tank Y was 25% filled with water. Find the length of tank Y. So we know from this, 8:20 tab A was turned on. The next thing is, at 8:35 both taps were turned off. And lastly, tab A at a rate of 4.8 liters per minute. So that means we can actually find the total water in both tanks. So first we need to find the duration of tab A being turned on, which is basically 8:35 minus 8:20, which is 15 minutes. Then we can find the total water in both tanks, which is basically 4.8 liters per minute, right? So that means we have 4.8 times 15, and this will give us 72 liters. So we know that tank X was filled with water. So from the diagram, we can see the dimensions of tank X. So that means tank X half filled will be, or basically, this 72 liters, right, over here is equal to this part, right? I'm just going to put this statement over here. So the total water will be tank X half filled and tank Y 25% filled, which means half of tank X plus 25% of tank Y. So this is what we need to know. Then we can find out tank Y from here. Then we can solve because tank Y is a cubical tank. So first we need to find how much is tank X volume of water. So tank X half filled is basically half the volume, which is half times length 30, breadth 20, and height 60. And this will give us 18,000 centimeter cube or equal to 18 liters. Then that means the water remaining is 72 minus 18, which is 54, which is also what is tank Y 25% filled. And the thing is, we can actually calculate what is tank Y 25% filled. So if tank Y 25% filled is 54, then tank Y 100% filled will be 54 times 4, and this will give us 216 liters. And from the question, a cubical tank Y, and we want to find the length of tank Y. So basically, for cube is length times length times length. That means length of cube is basically equal to cube root of cube volume. So once you know this, then we actually can find the length of the cube. We need to convert this 216 liters to centimeter cube. So 216 times 1000, 216,000 centimeter cube. As what you see over here. So length of cube is cube root of cube volume, which will then be equal to cube root of 216,000. In this case is 60 centimeters. So there you go. So that's the answer, 60 centimeters.